Maisie Peters, the 25-year-old British singer-songwriter, recently opened up about her unforgettable encounter with global superstar Taylor Swift, offering fans a glimpse into a moment that profoundly impacted her career and personal growth. Known for her introspective lyrics and vibrant performances, Peters has been hailed as a rising star in the pop music scene. Her candid reflections on meeting Swift, a figure she has long admired, reveal the depth of her admiration and the inspiration she drew from the experience, which she described as a pivotal moment in her journey as an artist. Peters, whose hits like Place We Were Made and Worst of You have earned her a dedicated fanbase, shared her story during a recent interview. She recounted how she first met Swift backstage at a concert, an event that left her starstruck yet inspired. Swift, known for her generosity with emerging artists, took time to speak with Peters, offering advice on songwriting and navigating the music industry. "It was surreal," Peters recalled, describing Swift's warmth and authenticity. "She made me feel like my dreams were valid, like I could actually make it in this world." This interaction, though brief, had a lasting impact, shaping Peters' approach to her craft and her aspirations. The meeting occurred during one of Swift's tours, where Peters was invited as a guest. She described the moment as a blend of nerves and excitement, admitting she spent days preparing what to say. Swift's ability to connect on a personal level stood out, as she asked Peters about her music and shared stories from her own early career. This exchange resonated deeply with Peters, who has often cited Swift as a primary influence. "Taylor's songs taught me how to tell stories," she said, pointing to albums like Folklore and Evermore as masterclasses in narrative songwriting. The encounter reinforced her belief in the power of authenticity, a principle she strives to embody in her own work. Peters' admiration for Swift extends beyond their meeting. She has frequently spoken about how Swift's fearless approach to vulnerability in her music inspired her own songwriting. Tracks like John Hughes Movie reflect Peters' knack for blending personal experiences with universal themes, a technique she attributes to studying Swift's discography. The British singer's rise, from performing at small venues to headlining festivals, mirrors Swift's trajectory, and she credits their conversation for giving her the confidence to pursue her ambitions relentlessly. "She told me to keep writing from the heart, no matter what," Peters shared, a piece of advice she holds dear. The encounter also highlighted Swift's role as a mentor in the industry. Known for supporting artists like Olivia Rodrigo and Phoebe Bridgers, Swift has a reputation for nurturing talent. Peters described how Swift encouraged her to embrace her unique voice, even when faced with industry pressures to conform. This advice proved invaluable as Peters navigated her career, particularly during the release of her 2023 album, The Good Witch, which received critical acclaim for its raw emotion and storytelling. The album's success solidified her status as a voice for her generation, much like Swift has been for hers. Peters' reflections come at a time when she is experiencing her own wave of success. Her recent performances at major festivals and collaborations with artists like Ed Sheeran have elevated her profile. Yet, she remains grounded, often returning to the lessons learned from Swift. "She showed me that you can be a superstar and still be kind," Peters said, emphasizing Swift's ability to balance fame with humility. This perspective has guided Peters in her interactions with fans, whom she engages with through social media and intimate meet and greets, much like Swift's fan-centric approach. The interview also touched on Peters' creative process, which she described as deeply personal. She spoke of writing songs in her bedroom, often late at night, pouring her experiences into lyrics that resonate with listeners. Her connection with Swift has fueled her ambition to create music that feels timeless, a goal she believes Swift has mastered. "Taylor's music feels like a diary you want to keep reading," Peters noted, highlighting the emotional depth that inspires her own work. This shared ethos of vulnerability has strengthened Peters' resolve to stay true to herself, even as her fame grows. Fans have responded enthusiastically to Peters' story, with many taking to social media to celebrate the connection between the two artists. "Maisie and Taylor are cut from the same cloth," one fan tweeted, pointing to their shared ability to craft relatable, heartfelt songs. The encounter has also sparked speculation about a potential collaboration, though Peters remained coy on the subject. "I'd never say never, but for now I'm just grateful for that moment," she said, leaving fans hopeful for a future project. As Peters continues to carve her path, her meeting with Swift remains a touchstone. It's a reminder of the power of mentorship and the impact of a single conversation. Her upcoming projects, including a rumored third album, are highly anticipated, with fans eager to see how her influences, including Swift, shape her next chapter. For Maisie Peters, Meeting Taylor Swift was more than a celebrity encounter. It was a moment of validation that continues to drive her forward in a competitive industry.